Fields of Mistria is a captivating farming and life simulation game developed by NPC Studio and currently available to play on PC in early access on Steam. Drawing inspiration from classics like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon, it introduces a fresh perspective by immersing players in its retro game-inspired world. In Fields of Mistria, you take the role of an adventurer who relocates to the town of Mistria following a devastating earthquake. Tasked with aiding in the town's reconstruction, and will need to do various quests to restore both the farm and the town to their former glory. The story is cute, light, and engaging, helping to guide you through the various restoration activities and serving as a guiding tutorial when you're starting out in the game. So if you're a player that needs a bit of direction starting out in your games, Fields of Mistria will help ease you into understanding what you need to do, instead of dropping you into the game without much explanation. The art in Fields of Mistria is polished and adorable, with an old-school pixel art style that has thick outlines, making it very reminiscent of the old Game Boy era. And even the style of the sprites in the game has kind of a retro anime art style that evokes a strong sense of nostalgia and makes the game feel very warm and homey. The music in the game is calm and serene, complementing the game's aesthetic well and really inviting you into the Fields of Mistria world. And although the game is more realistic or slice of life than some of its competitors like Sunhaven, Fields of Mistria does have some minor fantasy elements like mystery and magic that make it feel similar to the levels of fantasy you might see in games like Stardew Valley or Traveler's Rest. The gameplay in Fields of Mistria is quite similar to most traditional farming sims. You can farm, fish, mine, craft, catch bugs, explore multi-leveled mines that are very similar to Stardew Valley's mining system, fill out the local museum, which has themed collections similar to Stardew Valley's community center, raise livestock, and forge friendships and romance with various townsfolk. And while most farming sims allow you to dig up various items that you see buried in the ground, Fields of Mistria also adds a diving mechanic, similar to games like Animal Crossing, allowing you to get extra trinkets and fish from diving alone. You can do woodworking to make cute decor for your farm, or do blacksmithing to level up your tools. And much like Stardew Valley, there is cooking, where the meals you make can restore your energy and or health, or you can choose to sell them if you're just looking to make money. For being an early access game, Fields of Mistria has a surprising amount of content, and the developers only plan on adding more. I would say that this game feels quite far along in early access, so if you're looking for a game very reminiscent of Stardew Valley that stands on its own, is quite polished in terms of gameplay and bugs, and still has a surprising amount for you to do in it, you'll probably be very happy with the amount of early access content already in this game. There's plenty of leveling up you can do, festivals in town to explore, various parts of the town to repair and improve upon, different areas to explore, spells and mines, tons of quests, pets, farm and home customization, player and animal cosmetics, and even items to help you automate your farm like sprinklers for your crops and auto petters for your animals. On an average day in Fields of Mistria, you'll be tending your farm, checking your quests, performing various activities to level up your skills or progress, exploring the mines if you want, and experiencing social events or giving gifts to characters if you'd like. And although the gameplay loop feels fairly simple, the game still has a surprising amount of depth in pretty much every one of its core gameplay systems. Recipes and items feel balanced and useful, and everything you do will help level up your town's overall rank, helping it improve after the natural disaster. And of course, you have a full skill tree of helpful abilities you can choose from to assist you in your activities throughout the game. And speaking of depth, you can actually breed your livestock to get different special colored animals, which personally I found to be one of my favorite mechanics. There are, I think, around 15 or so colors you can unlock for each, and it's not just for fun. You can enter your best animals, whether in terms of affection levels or their rare colors, into the Animal Festival, which takes place on day 10 of winter, allowing you to earn unique prizes that you can't get anywhere else. Of course, as I mentioned, there are health, stamina, and time mechanics you will have to manage in the game, but those aspects feel pretty on par with Stardew Valley's management of them as well. And although there are tons of ways to restore your health and stamina, like food, potions, having soup at the inn, or using magic, players are already coming out with infinite stamina mods for the game that just remove the stamina mechanic completely. And there is an option inside of your accessibility settings in the menu that allows you to adjust the day lengths in your game as well. As for friendship, romance, and town community in the game, there are over 30 characters in this game that you can chat with, each with their own stories that you can explore, and there are 12 characters that you can build romantic relationships with. However, keep in mind that right now in early access, you can't quite get married and have children with the romanceable characters yet, but those features are coming soon. However, already the townsfolk that aren't even romanceable feel lifelike and real, and the romance options in the game are unique and intriguing. The characters offer you beneficial tips through dialogue, like letting you know you can use your pickaxe to remove furniture in your house if you want to redecorate, or telling you locations of items you might be looking for around the map. And there's even cute little events, like all of the characters getting together at the tavern to drink, gossip, and play D&D-like games together. So if you loved Stardew's romance, you will probably really like the social elements in Fields of Mistria. In Fields of Mistria, I don't believe romance is gender-locked, or that there's any sort of jealousy mechanic, although I have seen a couple of characters getting a bit jealous, but I think that's more so just because of their personalities. The characters also have 4 unique seasonal outfits, with extra beach outfits for the romanceable characters, which is a cute touch and makes the game feel immersive even throughout the season changes. And if you're curious about who exactly is romanceable in this game, I'll go through the various options, but I will keep the last 2 romance options a bit secretive, since they are a bit of a surprise. There's Adeline, the town leader that's in charge of Mistria, Balor, a cunning traveling merchant who helps to ship various items, Celine, a gentle girl who studies plants, Eiland, an archaeologist fan and Adeline's sibling, Hayden, your neighbor and an animal care specialist, Juniper, a sorceress who runs the town's bathhouse, March, the closed-off town blacksmith, Reina, the inn's head chef and local foodie, Rias, the local carpenter and woodworker, and Valen, the town doctor. Unlike some other farming sims, something impressive about Fields of Mistria is the impact that you actually have on the town. The story makes you feel like it's Hero, there to save Mistria after a horrible natural disaster, which feels meaningful and encourages you to want to help the town there. The townsfolk also rally behind you and support you in your efforts, making it feel like a real community and giving the game a very wonderful, homey feel. I would say that overall, while you can affect and restore the town in Stardew, and the characters do cheer you on for doing so, it does feel like the restoration in Fields of Mistria has a bit more depth and the characters directly support and encourage you more along the way. However, both games have fun and meaningful town restoration, so if you enjoyed that about Stardew, you'll probably love that in Fields of Mistria too. The character customization in Fields of Mistria is pretty on par with similar farming sims, with a couple of interesting additions. You can directly choose your character's pronouns, and cosmetics are given to you as rewards throughout your gameplay. And there are a variety of different cosmetics you can get, too. Some are rewards from completing various quests or milestones, others drop while you're exploring the mines, and there are tons that you can buy from the various shop stalls around town, giving you an extra incentive to progress through the game and allowing you enough appearance customization to feel really at home with your character. Fields of Mistria is a single-player game, and on the official roadmap, there's no mention of plans to add multiplayer as a feature. If you're looking for a game you can enjoy solo, Fields of Mistria is an excellent choice where you can relax and enjoy the single-player experience. But if you do want to have the option of playing with friends, games like Stardew Valley, Sunhaven, and Traveler's Rest will give you the ability to do that. However, there is still the chance that the developers could decide to introduce multiplayer after the game is fully released. And if not, there are people modding this game, so perhaps we would see a player-made multiplayer mod made available for this game. But only the future will tell, so we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's discuss pricing. Fields of Mistria is available for $13.99 on Steam, but it often goes on sale for 20% off, bringing it down to $11.19. Its pricing is very comparable to Stardew Valley, which is $14.99 at full price, slightly less than Traveler's Rest at $17.99, and significantly less than Sunhaven at $24.99. However, all of these games do go on sale for similar prices, dropping their overall costs down to more comparable values anywhere between $9 and $12. Since Fields of Mistria is currently in early access, we may see the full price of the game increase around its full release. So if you do think the game is up your alley, it may be best to get it sooner rather than later. But can you get $14 worth of playtime out of it? The answer is definitely yes. Even in its current early access state, players who enjoy this game tend to get dozens of hours of playtime out of it, with some even getting over 100 hours. So, even at full price, this game is one that you could definitely get a good value of playtime out of. So, what's my verdict? If you love farming sims or loved playing Stardew Valley and are looking for a game that feels very familiar but isn't lacking depth or content, Fields of Mistria is a fantastic choice. And if you specifically enjoy the 90s anime or old-style pixel art aesthetics, this game may really stand out to you for its retro vibe. It's very cozy and immersive, with a surprisingly fun cast of characters to both befriend and romance. Even with many farming sims available to play, Fields of Mistria does stand out on its own. And I haven't personally met anyone who loves farming sims who has told me they actually regretted buying it. However, there are a few types of players that Fields of Mistria might not be a good fit for. Players who are tired of the classic farming experience and are looking for something that's very different from the genre, whether that's with different mechanics, aesthetics, or genres mixed into the game, might feel more intrigued by a game with restaurant management incorporated like Traveler's Rest, or one with higher fantasy elements like Sunhaven. Or those who specifically want to play multiplayer with friends might enjoy Stardew Valley, Traveler's Rest, or Sunhaven more for that aspect too. And that's it. Hopefully this review helped you to make an informed choice about whether or not Fields of Mistria is right for you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any personal opinions about Fields of Mistria, please comment them below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you found any of the information in this video helpful, please take just a moment to give it a quick like, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. And I hope to see you again in my next video.